Welcome everyone to HFN, also known as HueFin News. Today is April the 17th, 2021. We're probably going to upload this video tomorrow, but I just wanted to come in. Let's talk about our portfolio. We're going to see whether or not do we need to take it out of portfolio, and if so, we're going to look at the price chart and make that determination. And then on top of that, we're going to add another stock to our portfolio just to show you all that you can actually continue to evaluate your portfolio to see which one still has potential to give you gains and which ones don't. You just got to cut the losses and move on to the next play. We are not one of those buy the dip type individuals. We are not one of those buy and hold for the long term. We simply come into the market, get what we came to get in terms of profit, and we walk out the store. That's just that easy, just that simple. Everyone wants you to be long-term holders for 15, 20 years, which in some slim cases that is actually true, right? Some massive conglomerate type businesses like Apple, Microsoft, Google, all of these massive technology companies, even these up and coming EV companies, hold them for 5-10 years and don't come back to the market. But that's very slim to none that happens for all stocks. All right. So let's break this down real quick. You guys can see on the third column from the left, this gain since added column, that all of our stocks are down except for one, which is Datadog. Okay, so we're going to look at these stocks on the price chart to make a determination if they still have potential to go high in price, or are they more weaker than they are stronger, and we need to get it out of our basket because it is infecting our returns. All right, so let's do this real quick. We're going to look at Antero Midstream real quick. This is the first one, and as you can see, we've been playing the strength into the market in Antero, and it's been about 3 weeks. The market has just been trading sideways. This is our projection as to what we expect the market in Antero to do. As you can see, not a lot has been going on. We are still seeing the market, though, in Antero Midstream being an uptrend. So we're not going to get rid of it. The play continues for Antero Midstream. Just that simple. Next one is Boeing. Let's go ahead and take a look at Boeing and see what the market has done here in Boeing. You guys can see here, the market has literally just been trading sideways in Boeing. Now, weakness is more entrenched than we are seeing strength as of this moment. But we have this area right here, our ascending line, that will make the choice for us as to whether or not Boeing will continue to see high price, or will we see the market actually go lower. All right, so we're almost there. We're almost at this area of support as well, around $239 to 40. We'll make an answer then. We'll make a determination right there to see whether or not weakness is going to break that, or will we see strength enter in and the market in Boeing will finally go high in price. So in Boeing's situation, we're not going to change our outlook neither. It is going to stay in our portfolio as of this time being. Now let's take a look at Curus. Okay. This is the next one. Here we are. You guys can see that Curus hasn't really been doing a lot neither. It has been battling between the weakness though. The last we've been in this for 4 weeks and the market is still trading sideways, but the market is not negatively impacted by the weakness though. So yeah, this continues to be played on as well. We're not going to remove this from our portfolio because the weakness hasn't really been dominating this market in Curus. It's there, but it hasn't had any impact on the market movement. So we're going to keep that here into the market or in our portfolio. We're going to keep Curus there as well. Now, let's look at Datadog. All right, let's take a look now at Datadog real quick. Now here's Datadog. We actually saw the market in Datadog come up here towards $96.25. We missed it, right? And literally we're still seeing some indication of weakness coming to the market in Datadog, but it's not extremely weak. So over the next couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks, we can actually see the market in Datadog trade sideways, but the weakness hasn't really impacted the market just yet. All right, so we're not going to change or even remove Datadog from our portfolio just yet. Let's look at Marathon. So right now, this is Marathon. This is weakness and massively weak. We saw the opportunity to take profit into the market in Marathon on this particular week of April the 5th. We didn't do it. It is still in our basket. Last week, we saw high volume and the spread of that bar is very wide. So I'm not really confident that the market in Marathon is going to be able to hold this trend, right? The market is in jeopardy of breaking that trend to the downside. So looking at Marathon right now, we're down 20%. Do we need to get rid of it? Do we need to hold on to it? Because you can see that the trend generally is still in play. And the market definitely looks like it's going to break that to the downside though. Let me look at this on the 3 weeks. And even here on the 3 weeks time frame, I don't like it. So we're going to have to get rid of Marathon Pattern Group because the market looks to break this to the downside. All right. Which means that literally the losses can compound and increase as we go throughout time. We just missed our opportunity. And it happens. You know, you cannot grab all the profit out of the market, but it was at this particular time that we should have came in and grabbed the profit out. Like literally the next day of when we did our video. Profit was had relatively quick. We didn't act upon it because we usually do our reviews on the weekend. So what we're going to do here, I'm looking at this on the daily time frame. I'm really thinking about letting it go, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this ride out next week to see whether or not we're going to actually find some market participants come in and try to prop up this price. All right. But yeah, this one will be on the chopping block for us. Definitely will be Marathon Pattern Group. All right. So I'm definitely going to keep my eyes open on that for this upcoming work week. Now let's take a look at Neon. All right. So this is Neon. You guys can see that we're playing the strength into the market. We are here finding restriction. It would be off to the races if we saw Neon break this $9, $10 area to the upside, and it hasn't done it yet. So literally, we're still in play. All right, we have this massive area of consolidational trading right here that the market in Neon is trying to break, and it's not doing it yet. So we're still involved. We're still in play into the market in Neon. The market does not change, but still trending high in price. So the play continues for Neon, all right? We just got to break that $10 area. I mean, if we broke that, the market in Neon will have no problem coming to $12, right? So what happened last week or the last 3 week price bar lets me know right here that it's still weakness right there at $10. So the market's not ready to go high in price yet, but the potential is still involved. It's still apparent. So we're going to keep Neon in our portfolio as well. Next one, let's take a look at Southwestern Energy. You guys can see here in Southwestern Energy, the market did give us some strength. We saw the market go lower. We're going to test this ascending line this upcoming trading week. So we need to see the market either hold support at $4 all the way back down here to $3.60, $3.50. All right. So it's going to get tested. You know, our ascending line is going to be tested this upcoming trade week, which lets us know we need to be a little bit more vigilant into the price action that occurs in Southwestern Energy. I'm not really too concerned just yet, but you guys can see that on April the 29th, we got earnings coming up. So we need to keep our eyes focused on the earnings report around that particular time because it will impact where price is going to go, because the trap loves to have those type of events so that he can actually move the market. All right, so we're going to keep that there as well. The next one is going to be USD Partners. Okay, this is weakness here as well too. You know, we found that we found that restriction in the market in USD Partner right there at 650. We couldn't break price above it. It was our expectation that it was going to do it, and we came all the way back down on the low, right here, testing the overall trend into the market in USD Partners, right? But I'm going to hold it here just a little while longer, just to see whether or not we actually see some strength come through. Because if we break the trend or the weakness continues, then we got to let it out the basket. We don't want it to affect the overall movement or profitability of our portfolio. Okay, so now let's take a look at PSCE. All right, so looking at PSCE, yeah, the market here is weak. We're actually testing the ascending line right now. We tested it last 3-week price bar, right? Been following the market up for a while in PSCE, and the market has just been dipping, giving us weakness every other week, which translates over to us seeing the market hold this ascending line. So yeah, we got a couple of stocks that needs to be watched. Okay, so let's run them down. Let me see. The ones that needs to be watched is Marathon, Southwestern Energy, Marathon, USD Partners, and the Power Shares ETF. These are all commodity oil plays, right? That is showing us the weakness right now, except for Marathon. But USD Partners, PSCE are all commodity plays within the oil space. So unless some conflict goes on between world governments or something that involves oil fields or something like that, we definitely need to be a little bit vigilant into how the price moves this upcoming trade week for those particular stocks right there. But Antero, Boeing, Curis, Datadog, Neon Node, and even Southwestern Energy, we're going to keep in the basket. We're not really too concerned with those yet, but Marathon, USD Partners, and PSCE definitely need to be watched. Now let's take a look at the one that we are going to add to our portfolio, which is Novavax. You guys can see here that the market in Novavax definitely has given us some massive strength last week. This is how far we expected the market to go. We're not really expecting the market to give us anything more than that. Right there around 240, which will later give us about 6% profitability into the market. Okay, and we're going to hold this market area support right there around $193, maybe $200. And as I zoom out, let me look at this on a 3-week time frame, because you can see that we're trading around all-time highs into the market in Novavax, and here it's around 240 that we'll have to TP out the market, which gives us about 6% profitability there. I'm going to extend it up there to 260, and that's about it. Okay, so I'm not too amped. Once the market comes up to 240, we may have to go ahead and take that out of our basket. Okay, let's do the 5 shares like we always do. Okay, and that's it. Novavax is there. 240 is what we're looking for the market to go towards. Once it hits that, we need to get out of it. Or even if we still see strength coming to the market in Novavax, then that 260 is definitely in play as well. And it's, I would say, from a 25, maybe even I would say 35% chance that we can see that market in Novavax go to 260. So let's be on the lookout of that. All right, let's play this on a weekly. And it might happen relatively quick though, so keep your eyes open on the market in Novavax as well. And that's it. We're in position, we're in play. This is our portfolio review of the 10 stocks that we got going on. We added Novavax to our portfolio. You can see that the analysts looking at this stock, let's see what the analysts are talking about. So looking at the analysts, they have a strong buy. There's 5 analysts who is tracking this particular stock, and they all have buy ratings. They're looking for the market to go to $312.50 over the next 12 months, which will translate over into 37.5%, right? And this were the last time that they reiterated their recommendations of buy ratings. 2 months ago is the latest time that the last Charles Duncan has recommended Novavax to be a buy. Yesterday, Mayak from B. Riley Financial reiterated his buy rating as well. So let's do it. Let's see what happens. We're anticipating the same thing in Novavax, expecting the market to go higher in price. That's it. Questions, comments, let us know. Make sure you maintain a profitability. And as always, trade different.